Hi, and welcome to this Getting Started video for MBA592 Organizational Behavior for the Winter 2019. So this video is meant to orientate you into how this online class is going to work. Now this is a 100% online class where you work on the projects and the homeworks at any particular point in the day that works best for you. So you could be anywhere in the world and work on this class. There is no physical requirements of being anywhere where we're going to see face-to-face. Now, it's important to watch this video to the end because I'm going to give you a lot of information to help you do the best possible you can in this course. So we're just going to follow the menu path here. The first thing is announcements. You should read over all of the announcements and be familiar with them. The first announcement is getting started, the weekly assignments. So each week you're going to be reading the assigned chapters in the textbook. You're going to be watching my video lectures. You're going to be completing discussion questions. You're going to be working on the homework manager, which is going to be your quizzes and assignments. You're going to be, you should start out while watching this video, which you are doing now. This is something I'm going to email everybody once I'm done. And then I suggest you subscribe to the YouTube playlist. Now, let's go to the next assignment. The next announcement is about how to get the textbook and homework manager. So the textbook and homework manager is sold together. And it's an e-textbook with the homework manager. So you go to this website here and follow the instructions to register. This is the course ID is here, very important. You need the course ID to connect to the class, and we'll talk more about this later. The next announcement is about late assignments. So I'm very strict. I have a lot of classes going on with many students, and I don't have time to cater to evaluating late assignments. So make sure you submit all your assignments in time. Late assignments will not be accepted. What is this here? Let's get to that. Okay. And the course overview. So next announcement is the course overview. Here's where I lay out the 3 weeks of what you'll be doing each week. So in the class overview, I give you the chapters you should read, the lectures you should watch, and remind you to complete the discussion board questions and the homework manager assignments. So we go through a number of chapters in week 1, week 2, and week 3. So the chapters are a little bit out of order because I'm trying to order them in a way to help you best complete the papers that I do in this class, which the first paper is due on Friday, January 18th. It's worth 200 points. It's called the CEO Profile Paper, and this is going to be the first paper due. Now, on this paper, so I actually have 2 papers in this class. One is due on the 18th, and the second paper is due on the 25th. They're both 200 points. One is about the CEO. We're going to write a profile paper on a famous CEO or CFO or president of a company. And the second paper would be the organization culture paper. Now, more details of these papers are in the assignment tab, which you want to go to and look at. Now, a couple key things to remember. When you write these papers, make sure you make proper citations. I give you some websites where you can find out information about how to make proper citations. And this is how I grade your paper. I have a paper rubric, and this is how I decide in each of 5 categories how I'm going to grade your paper when I read it. So you should read this over before you write the paper to get a better idea of how I'm going to grade it. Okay, so that's announcements. Read that over when you have time. Let's go to the syllabus. Okay, so the syllabus for this winter class is I have the information about the textbook here and the course ID when you register. More on that in a little bit. And now this, like I said, this is an asynchronous class. We're not going to meet in any synced environment. So when you have time, read over the course description and objectives for this class. The class time we might want to look at. And then also, very important, the grading. So this is out of 2,000 points. So we have 2 reports, each 200 points, discussion questions, which are 400 points. We have quizzes, which are 700 points, and we have homework assignments, which are 500 points. Altogether, that's 2,000 points. Now, I'm going to put all the grades on the homework manager, including the papers, which I usually grade on Blackboard, but I'll bring those over to the homework manager. So you'll get a weighted average percentage on the homework manager that you can match up to this grading scale here. Okay. All right. So in back of the syllabus, I talk more about the discussion board questions, which I'm going to show you in a minute, and I detail the organizational culture report and the CEO report, including and also reproducing the class schedule that you saw from the announcements page. So when you have time, you should read over the syllabus completely. It's sort of your contract for the class. Okay, so let's look at the class video. So if you click this button here, it'll pop you over to YouTube. So I have a YouTube channel and playlist, and you want to subscribe to this playlist or YouTube channel, and this will list all of the lectures that you're going to be watching for the class in order of when you should be watching them, or in order of the order of watching them. So this is an important thing. I will also be sending you emails with links to these videos as well, so there's multiple ways of finding them. Okay, but that's just an easy way to pop over to watch the videos for the chapters you're assigned that week. Here we have the PowerPoints for the class, and this is simply just a list of the PowerPoints that the lectures are based on. If you want to have the PowerPoints to reference when you're taking a quiz, they come in handy. Okay, and now assignments. So these are the Blackboard assignments. So you know what, I should rename this button here. I'm going to rename it. Okay, I just renamed it Assignment Papers. Okay, so this is where you're going to have the CEO profile paper, and it's going to talk about what I'm looking for when you complete this assignment. The questions I want you to answer, the 6 questions I want you to contain in your paper, the size of the paper and how long it should be for both the CEO and the culture paper are clearly defined here. So when you're ready, you should write your paper up in Word or even a PDF, and then you click on this link here, and then you can click on the view the rubric again if you want, and then when you're ready, you click on Browse My Computer, attach the file of the paper, and click on Submit, and that's how I will receive your paper to grade it. Okay, so those are the 2 papers. I also have, there's something here, the discussion board. This is going to be a 400-point assignment, and you're going to go to the discussion boards here to complete this, and I'll go to that now, I guess. So what am I expecting here? See the button, right? You want to, don't post your answers to this. This is just a reminder that this is an assignment. You want to post your answers to this on the discussions tab. So you click the discussions tab, and you'll see that there are forums here. So I have a discussion question for week 1, week 2, and week 3. So there's only 3 discussion questions. So for week 1, I'm going to ask you, I expect every student to post an original response to the question and make at least 3 replies. Postage should be between 100 to 200 words, and you earn points for your participation. So you're going to make your original post hopefully on Monday or Tuesday, and then replies on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. And I'm looking for you to make at least 3 replies to 3 other students. Replying to your own thread doesn't count. You have to go to other students, read what they've posted, and post a constructive reply to them. Okay, so how do you answer? Here's the first question. We're talking about perks and benefits of a company. So you would click here to start the question, and you may want to subscribe to the thread so you get all the emails, and you're not going to see anything until you create your thread. So when you create your thread, you're going to put your name, maybe discussion question 1, and then you're going to put your response in this box here for answering this question. And then you just click on, when you're done answering the question, hopefully it's much longer than that, you click on Submit, and now your form will be here. So other students can click on here, read what they have, and actually rate your overall response to what you've written. You can't rate yourself. So there's 1 to 5 stars. So you rate each other students as sort of an instant feedback about how the students like your post. And then you respond by clicking Reply. And then you can write a response if you have a follow-up question for the author. And then as somebody, you should really subscribe to your own thread so you can quickly respond to anybody who writes you a post. Okay, so I'm going to delete that thread. And it's just that simple. So this is how you're going to participate in the discussion board. I also have a discussion board about questions about the course. So I'm going to subscribe to that. And so when you have a question about the course, you can create a thread. If the question is something that's going to be beneficial to the entire class that me or another class member could answer, anything private or personal, you should email me directly. So pretty simple on the discussion boards. We have one discussion topic each week that is pretty interesting or critical to organizational behavior that's discussion oriented. Okay, so the last element I haven't talked about yet is the homework manager. So if you click this button, it's going to port you over to the homework manager. And this is where you're going to register as a student. So you're going to click on here. And then once it opens up, you're going to need your email address, your instructor's course ID, which I outlined in the syllabus and on the announcements. And then you're going to click here to register. You will pay with a credit card. Make sure when you register, you use the same name that's in Blackboard. So whatever name displays in your Solar or your Stony Brook Blackboard account, keep the same name here so I can easily identify you when moving your grades back to Solar at the end of the course later. So you're going to register, and then the first thing it's going to ask you is for that course ID. So, and remember that course ID is on the syllabus, and it's also under announcements. This is the course ID you're going to use to connect to the class. So once you connect to the class, you're going to come over to the homework manager. This is where the homework manager looks for the class. We're going to be working with the e-text. That's the textbook where you're going to be reading the materials in the class. Results is where you can see how you've done on each of the homeworks and quizzes and assignments. We're not working with a study plan. So if you click on assignments, this is where your assignments will be listed. Now, when I have to, I'm going to update the due dates on here, and then you will have to come in here and see when the assignments are due. Now, when you click on an assignment, the first one is just a getting started with my management lab, which will tell you how this homework environment works and what you can do with this homework environment. I just went in real quick to change the due dates. Okay, so when you click on it, you can click here to start your assignment. Okay, so this is an overview of how to use the My Finance Lab. So it's really just this one is really just something that you should read, print out, pretty simple assignment. Okay. So you just have to read it, not much to do there, but here's let's click on the first, what they call DSM assignment. So this would be, click on the link and make sure you disable any pop-up blockers. That might prevent you from seeing this. Okay, so this asks you some multiple choice questions that, and this is actually, okay, which of the following is a contribution of behavioral finance of psychology? So this would be, you can kind of submit your answer as you go through. This is something that you have to read the book to do well in, this type of dynamic study module. So it's sort of making sure you read the textbook. And then you have, of course, your quizzes, and you only get, when you start the test, it's a test, so you only get one try at this. And you're going to have, it's just going to be a series of multiple choice questions, and you go through the questions, and when you're done answering all of the questions, and you see them on 425, you just hit submit quiz, and then you get a score. It's incomplete. I'm going to submit it anyway. And then it says you'll show me the score and which ones I got right and wrong. So that would be the quiz. And here's a personal inventory assessment. Another type of an assignment you would take in here. So in here is going to be sort of a different type of assignment than you're used to. And you just kind of follow through with this assignment. And it's going to give you a result that should be very interesting, related to the textbook material we're working on and related to your specific answers. So this is sort of, these aren't always the typical assignments. Some assignments are a video. So you'll click on, and then you click on the question, and you will watch your video first. So a video will pop up. Remember, it's very important to make sure you disable the pop-up blockers. And then once you watch the video, then you answer the questions related to the video. Sometimes it takes a few minutes for the player to load. If you get something like that, just hit reload or refresh, and then you get this little video that you're going to watch. And it's kind of, it's an entertaining way to kind of put some of the ideas across in the chapters we're going to be working on. So that's just the idea, some of the different things you'll encounter. So when you go into your homework manager, just click on assignments, and then your due dates and the assignments will be in chronological order, and then you work on them before the due date. And when you're done, you can always go to results to see your result and see your current grade, how much of the course you're completed, and a percentile of how well you're doing in the course. Okay, so again, what you're going to be using in this environment is assignments, the results, and the Pearson e-text is pretty much the majority of what you're going to be doing here. Okay, back to announcements. All right, so it looks like I covered the syllabus, the video lectures, the PowerPoints, the paper assignments you'll be doing, and then those I grade in Blackboard, and at the end of the semester, I'll move them into the homework manager so you have all your grades in one area to get a weighted average of your score. And I went over the homework manager, how to register, quickly how to work on the assignments in there, and the weekly discussion boards. Okay, so at this point, if you have any questions about the class, feel free to email me, or you can also go into our discussion boards and leave a question for me in the class question forum. Okay, thank you for your time, and I hope you do very well in the course. I am looking forward to working with you.